Hey everybody, it's David with your favorite real estate team here today with Ross at Guild Mortgage, one of our preferred lender partners. So we wanted to kind of touch base today. So last Thursday, I believe it was, Fannie and Freddie came out with kind of the new high conforming loan limits, and I think it's important for you guys to kind of know what those are and understand them. So I thought we'd have Ross share a little bit with us about what those numbers are, kind of what they mean, and heading into 2019. So welcome, Ross.
Thank you. So the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the governing bodies on conventional loans, they came out with their new nationwide loan limit. So the new nationwide loan limit is $484,350. You can do that up to that loan amount with standard programs, the minimum downs, all the favorable conditions in a conforming loan, meaning non-jumbo. Conforming just means not a jumbo loan. You can do that in any county throughout the United States. They also came out with a new high conforming. So in certain counties, David, throughout the country where it's considered more expensive to live,
Like Denver,
right? They give you a higher number. Yeah. So in the 6 Denver counties, let's call them, so Arapahoe, Denver, Douglas, Jefferson, Adams, and Broomfield. Yep. So pretty much the entire metro area. You can actually now go up to 561,200. So on either one of those programs, you can use minimum down payments. 5% is the standard loan amount. Standard down payment. And even in the regular conforming, we have special programs that go down, as little as 3%.
Okay.
And so I think that's going to help a lot of homeowners here in Denver, with our appreciating market. Being able to get into a home with one of these very low down payment options, I think it's going to help us a lot.
Yeah, and I think the important thing is, so last year that amount was 529, I believe, is what we said.
Yeah, so the high conforming number went from 529 to 561,200. Okay. And then the regular nationwide number went from 453,100 up to the 484,350.
Right. And I think why we signal that out for you guys is to understand that's about a 6% increase in that high conforming loan amount. And basically what that signals to you is that the lenders are kind of understanding that our market is more expensive, and our annual appreciation for 2018 probably going to end somewhere in that 7 to 9 range for total appreciation annually. And so that loan amount going up 6% tells you that they're trying to keep pace and kind of keep you guys competitive and understand that there are constraints on financing that make home buying challenging, and so they're trying to do their best to kind of stay in line with the present market. So I think that's an important piece to touch on.
That is true, and they do aggregate that information. They look at sales data on a national level, and then they look at sales data on a county level, and then they try and adjust it to keep up with the pace of appreciation in the market, so that standard the difference in between jumbo and not jumbo kind of stays the same from one year to the next. And they do, if people aren't aware, they do it every single year. There's not necessarily a change every year. There's plenty of years that, in the past where they just kept it the same, but they do review it every year.
Good. Yeah, so I think as you guys head into 2019, for a lot of people, the dialogue continues to be, does it make sense? How much can I afford? There's a lot of factors. And I think, again, what this continues to signal for everybody is you don't need a ton of money to get into a home. If you have the other factors, good credit and good jobs and all of that stuff, the down payment can be overcome. I think that's where someone like Ross is an excellent partner. He's going to sit down and he's going to find a program that works for you. And I would say most people, do they come to you, they're probably surprised with how much money they don't need to get into a house.
Yeah, it kind of blows them away sometimes. Yeah. In fact, there was just, you and I were just talking about this over the weekend. There was a new survey for people under the age of 40. And they asked, they surveyed just a bunch of random people and said, well, what's the minimum down payment for a loan? Mm-hmm. And it was something like 60% said it's 20%. You need 20%, and that is so far from the truth. I mean, at a bare minimum, it's anyone can qualify for a 5% down program. And then we have special programs that are income restricted. There's other guidelines you have to follow, but they're as little as 3. Yeah. And then we can combine those programs with down payment assistance on top of that. And you can, here in Denver, I mean, you and I have done plenty of them where they're coming in with $5,000 or less. Yeah. Sometimes as little as $1,000.
Yes.
If we combine the right programs together and they meet the guidelines. So Down payment, I tell this to all my clients, down payment is the least challenging aspect of getting a loan. We have programs, there's special programs, there's down payment assistance, there's all these other things that we can use. Credit and income, we can help. Not much we can do with their income.
Right.
But credit, we can help them try and build credit or fix things on their report. And then the down payment side is pretty easy relative to the other two.
Yep. Yeah. So I think again, if you guys have been kind of considering what to do if you're still renting and you're not sure if you should think about buying or when you should buy, again, I think what we would always recommend is just sit down and talk with a Ross, right? You want to sit down and just understand, because I think what we find out is once we peel back the layers of affordability, most people leave that first initial meeting going, holy cow, why did I wait 3 years or 2 years or a year or 6 months or whatever.
Exactly.
And so, that's the recommendation is, and you get into January, if you're on the fence or if you're on the other side of the fence and you're looking over it, come sit down, talk to Ross, get some idea of what it is and form a plan, right? Because it might take you 4 months or 3 months if there's things that need to get worked on, you're waiting on a bonus, whatever the case may be. But
tax returns.
Exactly.
People have like $4,000 or $5,000 tax tax refunds coming. That could put you into literally could put you into a house.
100%. So let's help you get more informed and take away some of those myths about housing affordability here in Denver, and we'd love to help you guys. So thanks, Ross, for your time, and we'll talk to you guys next time.